Pot of Greed is a Yu-Gi-Oh card that lets you draw 2 cards. Believe it or not, this effect is way too good, and the card has been fully banned since 2005. Today, we will be comparing Pot of Greed to 4 similar Pokemon cards in an attempt to see if it would be banned in the Pokemon TCG. First is Professor's Research. This is a supporter card that allows you to discard your hand and draw 7 new cards. Even though this is many more cards than Pot of Greed provides, it is balanced around being once per turn due to being a supporter, and has to compete with other really good supporters. However, Professor's Research is better than Pot of Greed. Next are 2 very similar cards, Acrobike and Trekking Shoes. These are item cards, which means you can play more than 1 copy per turn, and Acrobike lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, keep 1 and discard 1. Trekking Shoes lets you do this, but you can only look at 1 card at a time. When compared to Pot of Greed, these cards are simply worse. Pot of Greed is 1 card that lets you draw 2, while Acrobike and Trekking Shoes are 1 card that lets you draw 1. The last card is Capacious Bucket. This is an item card that is also 1 card that lets you draw 2, but only for Water Energy, a resource in the Pokemon TCG. Even though it only gets you energy, Bucket is run in pretty much every competitive standard water deck. In fact, it was played in every water deck in the top 32 of the most recent Pokemon World Championships. When compared to Pot of Greed, whether or not Bucket is better depends on the situation. Do you want 2 energy, or would you rather have 2 random cards from the top of your deck? So how good would Pot of Greed be in the Pokemon TCG? Well, that depends on how often you can play it. If it was once per turn as a supporter, like Professor's Research, it would not be good. There is already a supporter that lets you draw 3 cards, and this isn't played competitively because it just doesn't give you enough value. However, if it could be played multiple times per turn as an item card like Acrobike, Trekking Shoes, and Capacious Bucket, it would be very good. Turbo decks that want to play Bike or Shoes would play this instead, and this improvement might make those decks fast enough to compete at the top level. Decks that play Bucket may play this card, but it may not be good enough. So would Pot of Greed be banned if it were in Pokemon? Well, I think it'd be good, but I don't think it'd be banned. What about you? Would you like to see the card come into the game? Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next video.